War teaches you a lot of things. How to sleep through explosions, how to stop flinching at screams, how to step over bodies without looking down. But what it never teaches you is what to do when steel comes back wrong. Germany, March 1945. The war was already lost. Everyone knew it. Even if no one said it out loud, you could hear it in the artillery, desperate, angry. You could see it in the way officers avoided eye contact, like admitting defeat made them weak. Private Samuel Sam Carter sat hunched in the belly of an M4 Sherman tank, knees jammed against cold steel, helmet tilted low. The tank was called Lucy Bell because every tank had a name. Naming it made it feel less like a coffin. Didn't work. The air inside smelled like oil, sweat, burned metal, and a fear that never really left. The engine hummed beneath them, vibrating through bones and teeth. 4 men inside. 4 heartbeats. Or so Sam thought. "Carter," Sergeant Miles Donahue asked from the commander's hatch, voice rough. "You good?" Sam nodded. "Yeah, peachy." He knew Donahue couldn't see him. "Peachy my ass," muttered Eddie Kovacs, a kid from Milwaukee with a mean streak and a bad temper. "One of these days your peachy's gonna get us all killed." Driver Franklin didn't say anything, never did before a push. Just stared forward, jaw tight, hands locked on controls like he was afraid the tank would try to escape without him. Orders were simple. Escort infantry down a forest road near a half-bombed village. Clear resistance, move on. Simple orders got men killed. The forest was wrong the moment they rolled in. Too quiet. No birds, no wind. Even the crunch of the tank treads over dirt sounded muted, like the world was holding its breath. "Anyone else feel that?" Eddie muttered. Donahue didn't answer immediately. "Eyes open," he finally said. They passed burned-out vehicles half sunk into mud, helmets, rifles, a boot with a leg still in it. Sam swallowed hard and looked down. Then they saw it. Another Sherman tank. Same model, same silhouette, same name painted on the side in faded white letters. Lucy Bell. Theirs. "What the hell?" Eddie whispered. Donahue leaned out of the hatch, binoculars up. "That's not us. We didn't come through here." The tank sat crook off the road, half hidden in trees. No damage, no tracks leading away, just abandoned. "Could be salvage," Franklin tried to keep it calm. Sam's skin crawled. No, look at it. The paint was old, rusted, like it had been sitting there for years. But the name was perfect. Same handwriting, same bullet scar through the U. Donahue cursed under his breath. "We're checking it." They dismounted. The forest swallowed the sound of their boots. Sam's rifle felt heavier with every step toward the abandoned tank. Up close, it was worse. The hatches were closed, welded shut from the inside. "What kind of idiot welds themselves in?" Eddie asked. No one answered. Donahue grabbed the hatch handle and pulled. It didn't budge. "Cut it," he ordered. Sam raised his rifle. Eddie worked the torch. Sparks flew, smelling like burning hair and metal. When the hatch finally gave way and fell inward, silence swallowed them. The smell hit first. Rot. Thick, old, sweet. Sam gagged. Donahue shined a flashlight inside. His hand froze. "No bodies," Donahue said slowly. "Nothing. Just scratches. Thousands of them. Deep grooves carved into the steel walls, like fingernails had tried to claw out." Sam felt his stomach drop. Something skittered in the tank. Not a rat. Too heavy. Then the knocking started. 3 slow taps from deep inside the hull, like someone trapped, asking to be let out. "Back up," Donahue said. Too late. The knocking came from their tank now, Lucy Bell, behind them. Sam turned. Engine off, no one inside. The hatch moved slightly. Then a voice came from within the steel, hoarse, dry, familiar. "Help us." It was Franklin's voice, alive, standing beside them. "I didn't say that," he whispered. The hatch creaked open wider. Dark poured out like liquid. Then another voice, Eddie's, Sam's, Donahue's, all calling at once, begging, crying, screaming to be let out. Sam stumbled back, heart hammering. Donahue raised his pistol with shaking hands. "Something that learned us," he said. The forest answered with a deep metallic groan, like steel bending, like the tank waking up. Inside, shadows stretched unnaturally, curling around controls and seats. Voices whispered in their own voices, mocking, pleading, repeating mistakes they'd made. Every fear, every hesitation, every cowardice amplified and reflected back at them. Eddie dropped to his knees. "It's alive," he gasped. It's not just a machine." Sam, looked at Donahue. The sergeant's face was pale, lips moving silently, mouthing words that didn't exist. The hatch slammed shut on its own. Sparks flew as metal scraped metal. The engine roared. They ran. Not back to the village, not into the forest, just ran. Anything to get away. But every path seemed longer, every tree twisted, and in the distance, that groan followed. When dawn finally came, the tank sat empty, hatches wide open, engines silent. No tracks left in the mud, no sign anyone had ever been there, except for the scratches, deep and endless, like someone had been trapped for decades inside steel. Sam never spoke of it. Eddie got transferred. Donahue went missing on another mission. Franklin, no one ever saw him again. And Lucy Bell, she waited. Somewhere out there, hiding in a forest, watching the roads, waiting for the next crew to climb inside. Because steel that learned your name doesn't forget.
There's a rule people don't talk about. If you're driving alone late at night and you get that feeling, that heavy, crawling feeling, that someone's sitting in your back seat, don't turn around. Not because you might scare yourself, not because your brain's playing tricks on you, but because sometimes, if you look back, whatever's there realizes you noticed it. And once that happens, it doesn't leave. Tyler Moreno loved driving at night. Always had. The road felt honest after midnight. No traffic, no noise, just you, the hum of the engine, and your thoughts finally shutting the hell up. He worked long shifts, saved his drives for when the world went quiet, said it helped him think. That night, he was coming back from Flagstaff, heading south through a long stretch of Arizona highway that cut through miles of nothing. Desert on both sides. No lights, no houses, just asphalt, stars, and the faint green glow of the dashboard. It was 2:18 a.m. Tyler remembered the time because his phone buzzed with a low battery warning. 5%. No service anyway. He tossed it into the cup holder and leaned back in the seat, one hand on the wheel, the other tapping along to a song that faded into static halfway through. That was the first thing that didn't feel right. The radio cut out. Every station turned to static at once. Tyler frowned and tapped the dashboard like that ever fixed anything. He was about to shut it off when he heard a sound from behind him. Not loud, not sudden, just a shift, like weight settling into fabric. The leather in the back seat creaked. Tyler's grip tightened on the steering wheel. His back seat was empty. He knew it was empty. He'd cleaned the car earlier that day, vacuumed it even. There was nothing back there except an old hoodie and a fast food bag. Still, the sound came again. Slow, deliberate. Tyler swallowed and told himself he was tired. Long day, empty road, brain filling in gaps. That's how it starts, right? Then he felt it. Cold air. Not from the vents, from behind his neck. Tyler didn't turn around. He stared straight ahead, eyes locked on the road, heart pounding hard enough to make his chest hurt. His mind raced through every rational explanation it could grab. Wind, AC glitch, imagination. Then he checked the rearview mirror. At first, he saw nothing, just darkness. Then the darkness shifted. Something moved where the back seat should have been. Not a clear shape, just a distortion, like heat rippling off asphalt. The mirror fogged slightly, like someone had breathed on it. Tyler whispered, "Nope." He pressed the accelerator. The car surged forward. The speedometer climbed past 70, 80, 90. The road blurred. The stars smeared into white lines. The thing in the mirror leaned closer. Tyler's phone buzzed. He glanced down before he could stop himself. One new message, unknown number. The screen lit up the car. And that's when he saw it. A handprint on the inside of the rear window. Pressed hard, fingers too long, palm too wide. The print slid downward slowly, leaving a smear of fog like breath dragged across glass. Another handprint appeared beside it, dragging. Tyler screamed, not a word, just sound. He swerved, tires shrieking, barely correcting before the car went off the road. His heart felt like it was going to tear itself apart. "Get out," he yelled. "Get the hell out of my car." The radio clicked on. Not static, breathing. Slow, calm, right in his ear. Then a voice spoke. "You missed your turn." It sounded like Tyler. His voice, same tone, same tired drawl. Tyler slammed the brakes. The car skidded to a stop in the middle of the highway. Silence rushed in, thick and absolute. No breathing, no movement, nothing in the mirror. Tyler sat there shaking, hands locked on the wheel, afraid to even blink. "Okay," he whispered. "Okay, you're losing it." He laughed, high, broken. Then the door locks clicked, one by one. The dashboard lights dimmed, the engine shut off. The car went dead, like someone flipped a switch. Tyler grabbed his phone. Dead. No power, no light. He reached for the door handle. It didn't move. From the back seat came that sound again. Fabric shifting, weight leaning forward, something squeezing between the seats. Cold brushed his shoulder. "Don't," Tyler whispered. "Please don't." A hand rested on the center console. If it was a hand, the fingers were too long, bent wrong at the joints. The skin looked stretched, like it didn't quite fit what it was covering. The thing leaned forward. Tyler saw its reflection faintly in the windshield. It was his. Same eyes, same nose, same scar near the eyebrow. But the smile was wrong. Too wide, too patient. "Drive," it said softly. The engine started, on its own. The speedometer climbed. Tyler wasn't touching anything. The steering wheel turned, guiding the car off the highway and onto a dirt road Tyler didn't recognize. The headlights cut through dust and scrub brush, revealing a rusted sign ahead. "No services, next 40 miles." Tyler cried, full-on sobbing now. He clawed at the door, pounded the window, screamed until his throat burned. The thing watched him, wearing his face. "You picked me up," it said calmly. "You just didn't notice." The road stretched longer than it should have. The stars vanished, the air felt heavier with every mile, like the world was sinking. Tyler's reflection in the windshield started to fade. He felt lighter, thinner, like pieces of him were being peeled away and handed over one by one. The car slowed. The thing opened the door. "Your stop," it said. Tyler stumbled out into darkness. The car drove away without him. By the time the sun came up, someone found a car abandoned miles down the highway. Engine warm, radio playing static. No signs of a struggle. No driver, just a hoodie in the back seat. Still warm. And sometimes, late at night, other drivers swear they see a familiar face in their rearview mirror, smiling, waiting for them to notice.